constellation, and that doesn't hold. That's very thirsty. The early constellation that you can get, but it's seriously capable of hauling stuff, and I hauled I want to say it was in excess of 1,300 tons, and about 20 cars with it. And I couldn't do that with the 10-wheeler because it just didn't have the capacity to release the brakes at all. So yeah, I needed the huge locomotive, or I'd have had to done everything in 2 trips. But because of its lack of water in the constellation, I do feel that it's good for a trip from the interchange yard out to Bryson, drop stuff there for some smaller locomotive to deal with locally, and then haul all of the stuff back. I think it's very good for that. It just, you kind of need to refuel at both ends. Yes, I am driving into hedges because I like them. Now, actually, I was trying to get as close into the corner as I could to pick up the grass in the corner. Obviously, this setup, it's not going to work too well because it just doesn't. Yeah, it's just too big for fields this size, which is one of the reasons why I'm looking at turning this field into a yard extension rather than keeping it as a going concern. Just, my equipment's just too big for it. I could clear up the... it's another reason why I'm not going right into the corners here and cutting that grass in the corner, because this loading wagon will never get there. I could run around with the baler and just pick up the stuff that's left behind, but again, it's a bother. I'm not too worried about it. Used to be you could roll the grass in, take a roller to it and just roll it. Okay, there is a small patch of grass somewhere here I think I missed. Sun setting. Okay, well. And I would say, oh, I missed it. Seriously. All of that manoeuvring and I still miss what I'm aiming for. Alrighty, that's done. Lift the pickup, turn it off. Thank you. I'll try and see if I can drop it at this end. Actually, I'm not sure I can. We'll drive around the bunker and pick an entry point. I think the other end is going to be where we drop this. It's not a full tank, so not a problem. How's the cornfield doing? Cornfield has 2 minutes, just under. No, you went the wrong way. Should we try that one again? You can have power or you can have precision. You can't have both. Or at least I can't. Okay, let's unload that. And, oh, you didn't empty. There we go. I think I had the class tractors on the end, so that's where I'm going to pull this into. The tractor's at 80, and the loading wagon is desperate for a look at. Okay, loading wagon is going to be... Actually, that's not bad. We'll do the weight, because we're here, so we might as well. We'll do the class tractor. It's only 800. That's kind of cheap too. Let's run over here. Clean that off. So don't need the loading wagon anymore today. Or any more for a while. We're only using that to collect our own grass. Now that we have a square baler and a round baler wrapper, I'm really looking at yeah, this is going to be a little tight. Yeah, now I've got a couple of balers and an auto-load wagon. I'm using those for contracts, just because anything I make with bales I want to get rid of immediately. I am not looking at retaining bales because of the problems that I'm suffering with, and I've noticed other people suffering with as well. So I'm just, it's why we've got the bunkers. I'm, not just because, hey, it's something a little bit different to what we usually do. It's something that might actually not bug out on me too much. Okay, let's shuffle that back there. Awesome stuff. I still have that little spreader, the Kubota, that we could probably look at selling as well. I mean, it has the advantage it can be used for lime, but quite frankly, I have to keep coming back to the farm to refill it so frequently that it's just impractical. Okay, the 800 is done. So again, I'm going to park that over here. And we'll go see how the... Okay, what's that looking at? That's looking at the chrome. Let's reposition the camera on that, because whatever it is over there, that scaffolding is just getting annoying. So I'll put that there. No, I don't need to turn it on. Just need to reposition the camera so it doesn't bug me. Okay. Oh, this is actually not going to be too bad. Although I should have maintained the tractor. And of course the other advantage with having planted this after liming is we can see, oh, there we go, we can see where we've been and where we haven't been. So yay for that. First time I've used this as well. I didn't realise the neck on this shortened itself. as you maneuver it, or as you unfold it. I had visions of that dragging behind the tractor half a mile and being an absolute nightmare to maneuver here, but turns out to be not the case. Okay. Yes, and I realised that on the on both of those locomotives, the 10-wheeler and the Mogul. They're not overly powerful, but they're sufficient for the Mogul for distance light work, and the 10-wheeler for local light work. And so, yeah, that's basically what I've been using them for. Before I opened up the route to Bryson, the 10-wheeler was just running freight up and down the line and was perfectly adequate for that task. You just had to refuel it every morning before you went out with it. And but it could do most of the stuff. Once you unlock Bryson and get some, heavy long distance contracts going, yeah, the 10-wheeler can't make that trip. Well, it can't even haul it for a start. But it kind of gets you there. And I almost sold it. I was in the process of, I'm just going to sell this, and then decided, actually, no, it still has... There are still things I can do with this locomotive, rather than selling it and then ending up short somewhere. Okay. I really shouldn't be driving over the field like this, but hey, I am. So, the Logging Mikado has the greatest stuff. I haven't got that high up on the list of locomotives. I'm happy enough having the Constellation, at least for now. I need to unlock the route past Bryson, and then I probably need to make more decisions about where the fleet's going from there. Come on, you can do this. Is one field planted. Yay. Let's lift that up, fold it up, and it extends back even further. Oh, no, hold on. We missed the bit past the entrance here. Drop it. Suck in the tongue and lower and on. The other advantage with this, because it's a direct drill. Now, why aren't you doing... Oh, you're not doing that because the stupid side panel didn't turn on. Yeah, because it's a direct drill, I'm not dependent on both. I cultivated the entire field and didn't miss anything, and then I seeded the entire field and didn't miss anything. And especially planting on lime, hey, we can see what bits we missed. So, that's locked. See if I can get into the field without messing around. Don't know that I can. think I've caught on the hedge at the back, and now it's unhappy. Oh well. Okay. Well, we know we can make this corner. Hopefully. Yeah, made it. Okay, now. This is, again, not easy. I know I can make this corner. It's just a matter of being in the right place. Please make that. Yes. Now that the axle's in the middle, we're good. We're in the field, yes. I'm going to drop the planter off and we'll go and get the tractor looked at. No. 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 No, 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 no. That was me and the wrong button. Okay. I don't need to take the seeder back now. So, we're going to have to weed those field first growth states. So, April we're going to have spraying to do, weeding to do, but that's not until then. The grass field to our left can be fertilised now. Well, yes, now. And then, yeah, need to compact the silage. Okay, jump out. Let's get this thing fixed. It's the problem with buying used equipment, and I haven't really suffered from it because I've used a mod that reduces the amount of wear and tear and reduces the cost of repair. I don't put it on minimums, but I think I did have it on 50%, which makes maintenance a lot cheaper. But then, yeah, I think and we got spoiled with what's it, Seasons by Realismus in FarmSim 19 and FarmSim 17, because they did adjust the vehicle maintenance schedule, primarily because we're, you know, with base game, you'll plant, the whole goal is to plant as quickly as you can, as often as you can, and as soon as you harvest, you want a crop in the field by that night. And that's all to the well and good, but it means that you're making lots of money, and to compensate for that, Giants makes vehicles maintenance schedules that much more severe. And then with Seasons, because you're then running you're running over the course of a year. Is the arrow here? Yes, let's put the blue check on. I can see what's going on there. Yeah, with Seasons, because you were running a full 12-month year and harvesting each field once per year, it became, maintaining your vehicle every 10 hours was just ridiculous. So they altered the wear and cost schedule. So typically I was finding you would probably end up with a vehicle being maintained once a year, maybe twice if it was a really heavy use. But something like a harvester you would probably maintain once a year with seasons in Farm Sim 17 and 19. Here we're probably once a year unless we have a lot of fields. And that is what it is. But when you buy used tractors, you are maintaining them very, very frequently, and that can be an issue. Okay, I think this is a good point to take a break. Let's run through what we've got going on. So we have to compact the silage. I need to plant this field and this field with corn. And we have to get it planted before the end of May. That's good. The weather, it's going to rain at 9 o'clock. It'll be dark by then, so no big deal. We have... These fields are at plus 56%, which is why I still haven't bought any of them. Contracts, I haven't looked at. Let's turn details on. We have a 500 miles worth of fertilizing to do, which I could have let the Deutz go out on. We have rolling contracts. That's a mod. I've added rolling contracts to this save, so I could take out the roller and roll some fields. And then there's weeding with a weeder, which we have. Well, we have a hoe, but I could weed with the weeder. So I could do all of these contracts, and fertilizing with the sprayer, gonna be quick. Unfortunately, the sprayer we have, this is not got a very big tank, so I would have to keep filling it up. Okay, where did we get up to on equipment? That was the last thing we saw. So there is a 5-meter cultivator, not interested. A 300 horsepower, that's too big for the Axion 800. It's also kind of small. Ours is 50,000, isn't it? It's a little bit smaller than one we have, but anyway. And then that's a planter, which is a direct planter. Has 17.8 meters. We could do things faster, but it's just unwieldy. So I think we're good for now. We have £34,000 left in the bank. So I am going... Excuse me. It would appear I forgot to do something. And I didn't notice. I need to put the lime away. We'll do that too. Liquid fertilizer, 5,000 litres. This thing does not hold 5,000 litres, and that's kind of the problem. Okay, that's fully ready to go, and I might... We'll start tomorrow, or we'll start tomorrow's stream on May 2, and I will have compacted the silage by then, so we'll just be able to go out and do field work all day, or for at least some of the day. Okay, you're all set to go out places, all dressed up fancy like. And we'll put the lime away. I before the rain comes. Better to be in storage. And done. Okay, so I will wish you all a good Christmas, and we'll be back tomorrow. Yes. We'll be back tomorrow with some more on Glenleathann Farm. But for right now, I need some food, so I'm out of here. Have fun, everybody.